They got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. We've had some early action here as they take over, trailing 13-7. Wants to throw. It's Hammond. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Takes the handoff. It's Dickey. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fellow.
Might have a chance. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
What I like about this running back is he can do it different ways. He can hurt you running between the tackles. He's got great vision, but he's also got a lot of speed. And I love the fact that this offense can go option. They can trust the quarterback to make the right decision, pitch it out to him wide, and then you see the speed. There's so many different ways in the running game. This guy can hurt you, and you saw it right there on that long, explosive play.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. To the air on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. He'll throw on 3rd down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. He'll throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Davidson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Looking to throw for it. Finds his target down the middle. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Makes the catch, and he's free. Touchdown, Tigers. Rolled his way into the end zone. Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. The snap sets up to throw. Release to the back. And wings it incomplete.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. And the ball is loose on the return. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Hey, as a return guy, you know that you're going to get popped. You know you've got guys that have a 50-yard run at you trying to dislodge the football. You've got to do a better job of ball security.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. These 2 offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Got his man on the outside. Maybe a crease. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. The Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Dickey. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And down he goes.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Grabbed on the right side, that's Wesco. Tripped up for the tackle.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete to the left. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
That's perfectly fine.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back.
Man, your goal of a defense is to stop them, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium on their side.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider! And we've got a shootout. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it.
Maybe some room here. Got enough for the first. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Leaves it with the running back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. No huddle here for the offense.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play there.
Got enough space. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. He's not going to get there as the defense comes up with the stop on the 2-point conversion attempt, and it remains a 5-point game. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the run, it's Dickey. Showing off the arm. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They feed him again. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground. 1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness.
Got a little grass. Hits the slide, got the 1st down with his feet.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there.
Turning it on. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider. Great job by the back on the option.
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the 1st half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the 1st half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. They'll go to the air. Rushes on him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. On the run, it's Davidson. Just make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be third down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Bring him the heat. And they got it. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. We are just about ready to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more. He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the grab on the right. Off and running. And the Red Raiders have it in scoring position on first and goal. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Red Raiders! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Works his way ahead for three. They'll spot it at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. To the air, it's Reynolds. Quickly complete. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Clemson jumps to the line. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Clemson set up with another first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Moving out to the right. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
This quarterback is thinking,
wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 25.
that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Reynolds. Fires to the tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Escapes the pressure to his right. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Trying to punch it in. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, I love the way the defense is playing here. 2 stops back-to-back with their backs up against the wall, Paul.
Yeah, in this offense, they tried to throw it. They tried to run it. This is a play. I always think players, not plays. The field shrinks. Let's find our guy on the outside maybe that we know can win.
Looking to the end zone. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that 1st down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now on the option. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
There's a crease. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down. The Red Raiders back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're going to run it to the right. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They'll go right back to the run. There he goes.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. The give as they work on that clock. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
What a great stop by this defense. Way to bow your neck. Now you got a chance to give the offense the football back, go out, try to make something happen late in this game, and maybe walk away with the victory.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The run inside. It's Haynes.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Complete. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
So important keeping those new downs coming. Getting that first down. We don't need to panic right now. We got a long way to go. We still got plenty of time to accomplish it.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Reynolds. Snagged out of the air. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, going to the air. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Keeps it on the option. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And it'll be 1st down for this offense after the personal foul. Looking for room. It's Dickey. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Motion from the wide receiver. From the red zone, it's Dickey. They brought him down, but not soon enough, and they're going to be able to run out the clock from here. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown.
And they add another touchdown late. Listen, this game's over. We all know that. But they're running the football. It's your job defensively to play physical and try to get the stop late and make sure they don't continue to get in the end zone.
One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. A pair of teams ranked in the top 7, ready to square off and do battle. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Offense in a bunch formation. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Hand off for Brown.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Pucks it out of the air. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
It's a reverse. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more room. Oh, the sweet feet. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Manning. The throw to the outside is complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Manning.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Gets it out quickly. Gain of 2 on the play, sets up 3rd and 8.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. Hart's going to spin it again. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Longhorns will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Now here's Manning. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
4th down, Manning. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And that one is picked off in the end zone. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the 1st quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great.
Snags it, and he's open. And he'll be brought down.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Lacey. This time it's complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Wants to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Play action, C.J. Carr. Blasted as he lets it go. Finds a man in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
Could be an alley. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll run play action. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Pressure coming. He'll get rid of it. Complete downfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and
breaks into the open. Got enough for the first.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
He gets into the end zone to convert, and they'll tack on a couple right before the half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to throw, it's Lacey. Oh, they're after him. And it's a sack. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. Coaches like to say no game is more important than any other. But when you have a couple of top 10 teams ready to square off, yeah, that one carries a little more weight. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Buckeyes head coach before the game. He understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Using his legs, it's Jackson. They didn't get him push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
They're setting up the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
Job number one for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is...
Turning it on! Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Play fake, Carr. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Offense scoops it up and still going. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Here's Julian saying to throw. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder looking. Makes the grab. There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Might be calling a hot route. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Here's Sayin to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Running inside, it's Jackson. Runs through a tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator and the offensive line coaches, block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
Lined up in the gun on third down. Sayin finds the tight end. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Sayin. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Got a man. It's Jackson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Between the uprights, it's good. And that's going to tie it up.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The give is to Williams. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Might as well stick with him. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give to the single back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Carr on play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Firing to the right, complete. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. He'll do it himself. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He'll try it again. Finding some room. Touchdown, Irish! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Throwing, say it. Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Fires it. Got a man. It's Jackson. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to adjust the pattern. Sayin. Fires left. Finds his man open. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. Just about set to get this second half underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
On the option. Keeps it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, that time on third down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Fourth down, Carr.
You know, you're seeing in college football now how the tight end position is evolving. The athletes playing the position now are just so much better than they used to be. And this guy on that diving catch, he just showed you that.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll try the right side. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Carr to throw. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He's down immediately, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On the run, it's Young. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Julian saying to throw. Hauls it in. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that are getting after him.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on 2nd down, and now on 3rd down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double teamed because they can't block him right now.
Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, in a situation like that where it's 3rd and long, there's not a lot of plays to get that thing completed and keep the drive moving. So you're just trying to buy yourself some real estate and help your punter out.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down, say it. He'll take a deep shot here. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here's Sayin to throw. Got the quick pass. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Again, it's Sayin. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. He wants to change this route. From the gun on 3rd down, Sayin makes the catch. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line, keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Sayin. Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
Offensively, I love balance. I love when I get some big gains on the ground. Now taking shots down the field, but I got to protect my QB. They did not keep him upright. He had a chance to make a play, especially after the big run play, the play before. The defense was playing the run. QB couldn't get it done.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Now here's Sayin. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. The 50.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
And he swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this...
There's some room.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back. Like Holly told us, this crowd is not going to fade away, and they're rising up now. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run, sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. At the 35, he's got room. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. The run inside. It's Jackson. Oh, he's got some space. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. He wants it all. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Quick strike complete. Still running at the 40. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the D chooses to bring pressure. A lot of times, big moments when you get in these fourth quarters regardless, like pull the trigger, be aggressive, bring the pressure to them. They do. Hit the QB as he's throwing it and force the incompletion.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Play action. Carr. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Pushes ahead for one. It's 2nd and 9. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Young. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Forced out of the pocket. He's got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They move on top here in the 4th. The Irish punch back.
That is just how the coach wants to draw it up. Take up all the clock, score the go-ahead touchdown. This one is all but over.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So here they come. One last chance, and they've got to have a touchdown. The offense changing the play. Throwing, say it. That's it. They get to him and pull him down, and they save the game. What an absolute battle. What a Donnybrook haymaker met with counterpunch after counterpunch. Both worthy of being top 5 teams. championship caliber ball club, and they might run into each other again.
I think that's likely to happen, honestly. These are two really, really good-looking teams. And if you're the #1 team that just went down,